There we go. Now we live. Live on this nigga. I sent out the blast, so the nigga should be coming in soon. Hopefully I did this shit right. But yeah, man, I got some shit, some questions myself about this music production shit, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that. Oh, hold on. Let me show you. Oh, okay, good. We got it. All right, what's up, everybody? I don't know. It's saying 0 viewers, but I know it's motherfuckers watching this shit.
Yeah.
Or hopefully this shit is. Shit ain't fucking up. Make sure. Okay, now motherfuckers are starting to show up. Okay, cool. There we go. They finna start tripping, man. I'm surprised. What's good, everybody? We see y'all. We see y'all. What's poppin'? All right, there it is. Starting to go. Okay. Make sure that everything good with everybody. Okay. Oh shit, that's gonna be feedback. I wonder how my shit working like this too. All right, what's good? What's good, Kev? What's poppin', Kev?
What's going on, man? What's going on with the people, man? You know, I'm just chilling, sitting back, getting
Hey,
ready.
ready? It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. Y'all don't know, man. I'm Postman. Uh, owner of liveoffbeats.com and a lot of other shit that y'all probably know about. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help a lot of music producers get money on the internet. In fact, get money, period. Started the whole movement back in 2007 about selling your beats online and being an independent producer. I started as an independent producer in 2002. I was online, put my music online on SoundClick and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit y'all think is new today. We was doing that shit, back in the day. Um, and so, man, we got a global brand, and now we just help produce. I just help producers get money. You know what I'm saying, and not get scammed by all these motherfuckers out here that want to prey on your talent, uh, and can promise you the world. And I know Kev could really speak on this. They're gonna promise you the world because they ain't got the talent to do it, but they know it's a big market there to make money off producers. So you got to know the ins and outs of the game and how you're supposed to get paid, royalty structures and stuff like that. So that's what I'm here to do, man. I'm just here to advise music producers so you can get your money, man, and make a career out of this, and live lavishly and live comfortably without making those same pitfalls that all of us other producers made before y'all. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the reason why we keep making the same pitfalls is because nobody else is giving the game back. Or those same producers, they take on the ideology of raping motherfuckers and they go try to cheat producers under them. Which is weird. You know what I'm saying? They got cheated and they go get other young producers and rob them. You know what I'm saying? But we stopping that cycle, man. So that's me, man. So we got Kev here. Kev, I mean, you need no introduction, but you know what I'm saying? To me, he's the top producer on the internet right now doing his thing. Top loop maker, everything, Kev. But you can introduce tell the people about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Kev. Kev, big homie Kev, aka Big Homie Kev, and music producer, piano, musician. Worked with Tank, Chris Brown, Rodney Jerkins, lots of other major artists. Done lots of television shows, TV, film, all that kind of stuff. And basically, I'm here to help music producers get their beat game and take it to the next level as far as getting placements and TV placements and you know, like all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm just one of the producers that Postman was just talking about. Been there, done that. Everything that people doing now, we did that years ago. And, you know, and just like he said, it's a lot of producers that got the game but ain't giving the game. So we here to give the game. And, you know, so welcome everybody that's here, man. And we just gonna, you know, get it in.
All right. And if you got any questions, y'all feel free to ask questions over there in the question thing. And we're gonna answer y'all questions right here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, let's get into some beats. You know what I'm saying? They want to see beat critiques, and what you guys can do is just put your comments on the beat that we're playing in the question box. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure everybody will be able to see the question and see your comment or whatever. So we're just running like that, Kev. So Kev, if you go in, play somebody's beat, tell them who it is, and just play a beat, man. Let's start off like that.
Okay, for sure. A beat just came through. Let me see. Edmond Miller, what's up, fam?
What's good?
About to go in. Okay. So first of all, Edmond, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I like what you're doing. You know, you got a nice feel, you know, as far as listening, you know, because I'm hearing the bottom side over here in the big speakers. And I would say that you might want to up your drums a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how you put the melodies together and everything. I would say also maybe the intro might be a little too long. So I would probably shorten the intro a little bit. The melodies and everything was, you know, fine. I would have liked to hear more going on as far as like more of a transition type of feel, you know. But, you know, up your drums, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because the kick and the snare kind of sound real thin. And, you know, I mean, I would, you know, definitely work on that. But, you know, other than that, man, the you know, the idea was dope, though.
Yeah, I feel the same way as Kev does. It was a little bit long on the intro, man, long-winded. So I just say, you know, switch it up, you know what I'm saying, and have fun with the shit, man. I mean, that sounds like, you know, you kind of made that first 4 bars and then was just like, all right, here's a beat. You know what I'm saying? We've been there. That's when you kind of get lazy, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a good start to a beat, and you just got lazy, just copy and paste it the rest of it. But I know I've been doing shit for a long time, Kev. So that's what I felt. I felt like it was a good start. And then he just he didn't want to finish it up, you know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, here go a beat. So actually what I would suggest is go to Luxury Loops YouTube channel. Kev got a video on transitions that are excellent, man, where he's giving tips on how to create better transitions, man. I know that's helped me as well. So I would check that out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like transitions are so important in your beats. I mean, that right there could be that reason you can get that placement or not get that placement. Because nowadays, I mean, you know, a lot of artists really don't know what they even looking for when they asking for music. So when you present that transition, you automatically, I mean, you know, like you give them that drive, you know what I'm saying? And then they write that hit, and you know, but I would have definitely added some more transitions in that beat though.
Yeah, that was solid, you know what I'm saying? Solid. What else you got over there? And if you want to send your beats in, send it to broadcastyourbeats@gmail.com.
Robert Parks. What's up, Robert Parks? Let me see what you got. The name of the beat is called Lights Out. Let's see what it is. Okay, so from listening to the beat Robert Parks, I think the drums sounding, because I'm listening on the big speakers, your drums is real solid. You know what I'm saying? I like the drum pattern, but in the melodies, you can tell that you chopped up a sample, and one of the samples or whatever you're using, you held one note for too long. So the other part of the sample kind of leaked into it, and it kind of clashes a little bit. So, you know, make sure that when you're chopping up samples that you chop them up, and make sure that you chop them and size them so no matter how long you hold them, you don't have that extra part that's leaking, and then it won't sound, you know, like it's cluttered. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, I would have liked to hear, you know, more transitions. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that always take it to the next level. So, but, you know, other than that, I mean, you know, it was a good idea.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid attempt. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta and see those type of beats that I like. Those are my, you know, that soulful feel, that kind of smoothish type beat. That's my area of expertise. I would say that don't be afraid to throw some extra instruments on there. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, you know, when you sample like that, it's almost kind of played out to a degree to just have that Rhodes sample and just do, you know what I'm saying? Like, so throw you in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's throw you in the beat. Don't be afraid to add instruments too. I remember when I used to start sampling like that, I would be afraid to put my own keys on top of it, man. But don't be afraid to throw your own keys on top of it. I like the drums. Yeah, it was kind of messed up the way it was kind of meshing. I would say, in my opinion, one of the things that separates you when you start, you know, when you're coming up as a producer, and then after you cross that threshold to, okay, you're a professional producer, is the detail, the amount of detail you give to a beat. So you would never mix down a beat because sonically you heard it that it was something off about that last bar when you held it and it went into that last extra key sample that you pressed. And so for everybody, you know, when you're moving up in the producing world, what separates you is going to be the attention you pay detail. Like, that should never pass your ears. You feel what I'm saying? You should be like, something's wrong with that. Let me fix that. This level's off. Let me fix that. You understand what I'm saying? So, but overall, man, I like the attempt. I like where you were going with it. It sounded like you haven't been making beats as long, you know, maybe a year or two. So just keep at it, man. I like your style because that's a style that I have a soft spot in my heart for smooth type, feel good, soulful type music, man. So keep doing your thing.
Yeah. So let's go on to the next one. Glohan Beats. What's up with you, fam? Let's see. Hopefully you got an MP3 or you got an MP3. Let's see what it is. Okay. First of all, Glohan, I'm over here listening on the big speakers, and your 808s is knocking. Like, let me, man, I mean, you got them 808s sounding good, like straight up. So, you know, that's first thing I got to say. As far as the actual beat, the beat was dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think the intro was probably a little bit too long, but I mean, as far as sound over here, it sound good. The quality of it sound good. Um, that type of beat would have been, I mean, I already hear a song on it. So like you left it open enough to where a songwriter can get on there. It's not too much going on. So, I mean, I like the beat though. I like the beat.
Yeah, I definitely like the beat. I like where he was going. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm more of an R&B smooth musical type of guy. So, you know, I personally I feel like I want to see producers kind of move expand past the 3-note melody. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal preference, man. I mean, it's dope, but I heard the 3-note melody, 808, and that's hot, man. Like I like what you were going with it, but I'm trying to find like that producer. I want you to try to expand. You know, me and Kev were just talking about this as producers, like, yo, sometimes it comes a point in your production, in your evolution where you're like, okay, I'm kind of doing the same things. I'm kind of hearing the same stuff that I've been doing on everywhere else. How do I expand and just go into something different? And I want to hear producers, like, even if you listen to the beats we kind of heard so far, they kind of have a similar, I'm kind of looking for somebody to take it somewhere else, like imagine if Timbaland was on this stream, but we had never heard of Timbaland and he started playing his beats. We would immediately go, wow, that's something totally different than, we've ever heard. Or if for real, before we heard, if he wasn't big yet and he played his beats, we go, wow, that's something different than, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for that, like producers who's stepping out and saying, okay, I see what's out there, but I'm gonna add my own flavor to it, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So okay, I sent you some beats, Kel. I don't know if you got it. Did you get them?
Oh yeah.
People always ask me, so I'm like, okay, I got to do this. People always like, Post, can you sit? So the beat I want you to play, Cherish the Time. If you could play that one and critique that one, because people ask me all the time, like, Post, can you please play a fucking beat? And I'm like, okay.
Okay. Postman, Cherish the Time. Now, first of all, the first thing niggas is gonna say is, "Oh man, you only saying that because that's your dude." Honestly, I want producers to pay attention to a couple of things. Now, the piano transition, as you can see, he could have left those 3 chords that same way the whole time, but that second half went to another place, which kind of took the listener on a whole nother journey. And so those are the type of things. And then like it was almost like you played the beat, the drums, when the drums came in, everything was knocking. You played the beat, and then it came to where most of the instruments came in. The way the song was set up, it made me wait to hear what the rest of the instruments sound like. And see, that's how it's supposed to be when you sending or submitting beats to anybody, really. You have to take the listener on a journey. And I was really on a journey listening to that music. And honestly, I'm not saying that because that's my dude. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I mean, I sit around my A&R friends all the time, and they say these type of things. They say these type of things. Like, producers don't know how to set the track up to where it comes in and it doesn't sound like something that everybody else is doing. And then I like the live instrumentation feel in there too. So, I like that track. Post.
No, appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's called Cherish the Time. We actually writing a song to that one, man. It's if you play it and then you listen, you think about it, like the vision is like, cherishing the time with you know what I'm saying, your family and loved ones. You know how we all on the grind, we all got our dreams and goals, but sometimes we miss those moments, you know what I'm saying, where your kids may just be laughing and just playing around, you know, and you just with your family at a barbecue. And those are the moments that really mean the most, you know what I'm saying, where you just forget about all your problems and you just having a good time, you know what I'm saying, in life. And so that's the vision for the track, and that's why it's sequenced that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the whole thing playing out in my head. And the hook is like, cherish the times, you know what I'm saying? And the piano, it gives you this feel, you know what I'm saying? So that's the actual vision for the track, you know what I'm saying? So if you listen to it again, like just later on, and you like, damn, the vision he gave me, you can then see how the music fits an entire vision. I didn't just make a beat, like I produced the entire track, you know what I'm saying?
And see, that's what I want, or that's what I want producers to pay more attention to. When you creating these tracks, have a vision of what you hear a songwriter, or even vision what artist you would want on that beat, and give them, I like somebody over here just said, got to keep them entertained. Yes, keep them entertained, but have it to where it's a journey. Like it's literally a journey. Like Cherish the Time, that was perfect for that track because it, like, everything moved in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how it's supposed to be. So let me go to support.
And appreciate it too, Kev, and everybody else in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know, showing love and everything. Soul Brother, shout out to Soul Brother, they legend. And just so everybody know, man, we got a shitload of beats, so we're gonna try to get to as many as we can. But sorry if we don't get to your actual beat, man. We're gonna be doing this a lot more often. But I mean, we got a shitload of beats, so we're trying to get to as many as possible, man. So if you send them in and you didn't get this round, the next stream, you know, we'll try to definitely get to you.
Yeah, so it is a gang of beats in here, boy. So, oh wait, Jim Ross, what's up with you, fam? I'm about to play this track he got called Stacks. Let's see what it is. Okay, Jim Ross, I like what you're doing. You know, I mean, I like your ideas, but I mean, first of all, you know, the idea is there. The idea is there, but your drums was solid. I mean, you know, you could kind of make them, like, your snare was kind of thin a little bit, you know. You can make your, you know, snare kind of stand out a little bit more. But as far as the instruments that you chose, it would have been nice if you would have went somewhere different. Just somewhere different. Like the beat started with the dum, 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 and then a minute and a half later, we still listening to dum, dum, dum. Now, I'm not clowning you because some beats cause for that. But again, remember, when it comes to getting placements and when it comes to, you know, making money with your music, you have to be able to take that listener somewhere else. Otherwise, they're going to go to the next track. And I mean, you know, I've been one of those producers and had an A&R tell me, I mean, if you would have changed this beat up at least a little bit, I probably would have messed with it. But I mean, you know, it's just like you left it the same way and just changed the drums up. And nowadays, you need to kind of be a little bit more creative than that. But the idea was there.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man, when that shit started, yo, that shit was some anthem shit, man. I love that. I love that anthem shit, Bone. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the way that shit started off, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. Now, you know, again, it's just the same. I think what we're dealing with, Kev, and we've seen this a lot of times, because we're saying that we're starting to say the same thing over again. So I think what we're dealing with is just beat makers. I saw somebody in the questions put it. It's like beat makers versus producers. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are making loops, and we've been there. Like, I used to do it all the time. You know, I just loop up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you get that hot. But what like, and I'm gonna say this again, and you're gonna hear me say this probably 100 times because we keep dealing with it. If you want to evolve in your music production, the evolution part is the transition and making full beat, full productions. That's the evolution. So when you say, well, what's the difference? Like when I was studying under the DJ Battle Cat, the difference is that first evolutional difference from beat maker to producer to really being a professional is not just making a beat that's like, oh, but laying out an entire track and a vision and producing an entire track where it has these different elements. And I know Kev, you know, listening to Kev music, if you just listen to Kev music or his beats, whatever, if you, I mean, he's like the epitome of that shit. Like he will not leave your ass hanging. Like if 8 bars are like this, you know you got 8 bars coming totally different. You know what I'm saying? And you know you got some shit that's gonna transition. And you know, I really pattern myself after Kev. How, man, I can't do it like him though. I mean, he be just, Kev would give some shit over here and well over here. I haven't been able to do all like that yet. But I would say that's the evolution that I see a lot of you guys are trying to make, is from looping up beats that you got that initial banger, but now had a discipline to really stretch it out, because the fun might wear off after the first 8 bars, Kev, right? Like you got that first 8 that's hot. Now sometimes the fun is done. Like you're not excited no more, but now the discipline kicks in to really start to you know, figure out, okay, what sounds best at this part, what sounds best at this part, taking this out. That's usually not the fun part. You know what I'm saying? That's usually like the part where it starts to, you know, you got to work, you got to discipline yourself.
Right. I mean, it's just as simple as this. If you have an intro, a 4-bar intro, going right into where the beat either, like if you literally, like we just said with Postman Beat, he saw the vision for the song. When you start making your beats like that and you have the vision for the song, you start to think about where to break things down, where to bring things up, where to change the beat at. I mean, you know, like if you go back and watch some of those videos, you'll see that after 8 bars, it should switch up to something different. And it's not just taking the drums out and keeping the melodies in. I mean, that, you know, that, and there are some beats that calls for that, but nowadays it's about, I mean, if you want to blend in, keep doing what everybody else is doing. But if you want to stand out, you got to be able to transition your music and take it somewhere different. You got to be able to do that.
So Kev, all right, we got a challenger right now, Kev. You know, we always do this. We do this back in the old days, and then we got to bring it back. So this guy, Robert Brantley, you know, he was talking shit. He said, where y'all getting these washed up beats from? So Robert Brantley, that was his comment. So we have to find his beat and play his beat, and his money got to be where his mouth is. Because you calling other producers' beats washed up, we finna play your shit. And it's just straight up. Your shit high, we about to say, yo, you doing it. But if your shit is subpar, man, we got to clown you because you already came in and put yourself on blast by blasting other producers. So Robert, it's your time to shine, baby. Robert Brantley.
All right, Robert Brantley, we here, baby.
It's your time to shine, baby. So I hope you send a banger.
He got a beat called Regret.
Regret. I hope you didn't regret them words you just said, boy.
Let's see what it is.
Let's see what's going on. If y'all don't know, that's always been the old rule. Some of y'all knew the old rules is if you talk shit about other producers' beats, we got to hear your beats, and we're gonna have to put yours on blast. And if the shit banging, we gotta be honest and say, hey man, that dude. But if your shit weak, that means you gotta get clout, man. You gotta get clout.
All right, I'm about to press play. Let's see what it do. Okay. Okay. Robert Brantley. You got the idea there. You know what I'm saying? The idea was there. As far as sound quality, I mean, I'm listening over here. I ain't gonna lie. The sound quality is excellent. Like, sound quality is excellent. You know, I mean, I would have liked to hear you change it up just a little bit, but you know, I mean, that's what I think.
I will tell you this, man. I can't clown you. I can't clown you because you did talk shit, but I will say you semi backed it up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times guys be saying that shit, they should be weak. I would say I really saw, I like the musicality of it. You know what I'm saying? I know that the beat wasn't over the top, like, oh man, that's the shit, but that shit was hot, man. Like I see you got talent, you got skills, and I see you've been making beats longer than a lot of other producers. I could tell just by the way that you put everything together. You got talent, you really serious in what you do. You know what I'm saying? As far as the beat, you know what I'm saying? There's a few things that you could have thrown in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, only thing I would say is on the keys, man. I feel like when you had the chords, why you ain't sprinkle that shit, man? Like that's one of my secrets, at least. Like when you had the verse and you got like the chord like dun dun. See, you open the track for your sprinkles. That's where your personality come in at. Because everybody gonna do the two chords. It's about, okay, what's them little sprinkles you gonna put in, like dun dun. You know, you gonna throw a synth in there, a quick synth lead. You know what I'm saying? So I was just waiting to hear your sprinkles. You kind of didn't sprinkle it, but I'll say, man, I like the track, man. You survived the test. A lot of producers don't make it through that. You backed up your words, man. I'll say it. You backed up what you were saying.
Yeah, he definitely backed it up. Definitely backed it up. So let's see who else in here, man. Let me. Okay. So wait a minute, Post. We got somebody in here named Super Producer Drizzo that say he challenging Robert.
Oh, shit. Okay. Challenge. Oh shit.
So Robert, we got a challenge for you. Super Producer Drizzo said he got something for you.
Yeah. Okay. So, shit.
Let's see what it is. We gonna tell the truth, Super Producer Drizzo. Okay, Super Producer Drizzo, I like what you did right there, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I really like what you did. I mean, I like that effect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like it. Actually sounds like, you know, something that's, you know, something that somebody would mess with right now. You know, so I mean, I like what you did on that. The drums was solid. I like the chords. You can tell that, you know, you've been making beats for a little bit. You know, you know what you're doing. You definitely play or you know some musicians, because I can hear the chords. I heard the chord changes. So, you know, that's what I think.
So who you think won between Robert and Drizzo? Who won?
Man, between Robert and Drizzo. Let me hear Robert one more time. Dude, do you remember what Robert B sound like?
I remember Robert. I had to get at the Drizzo, man. I had to get at the Drizzo because Drizzo, he came with a couple sprinkles. I was like, okay, I see where he was doing with that. He can't. I think it was almost like a flutish type sound he came in with. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Drizzo, man. I really like that track. I ain't gonna lie, I like that track, Drizzo. I really did.
I did too. And it made me want to hear what was next. And I mean, like how he set everything up. Like I damn near heard somebody singing. I saw the video in my mind. Like it literally gave me that vision that, you know, that tracks is supposed to give the listener. you're supposed to be able to close your eyes and see all that. If you close your eyes and don't see nothing, or want to open your eyes and run or something ain't right. But you know, Drizzo, I do fuck with what you're doing, man. That was a banger.
Yeah, that was.
So, Post, I keep seeing a question over here. People talking about stingers.
Oh, okay.
A stinger is basically a creative way to end your beat, period. It's just a creative way to end your beat. What I normally tell producers is, the instruments that I use in a stinger is, take the kick from the beat that you made, take a cymbal, and make sure that you can end whatever track, whatever kind of track it is, you can end it with 2 or 3 hits. Just bump, 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 or you know, or get creative with it, of course, but that's just an example. But a stinger is, you know, basically a creative way to end your track when you submit it to TV, because they don't want it to fade out, they don't want it to just stop, they want it to really creatively end. So, you know, that's what a stinger is.
I mean, ain't nothing else I can say about it. Shit, that's exactly what it is, nigga. Bun, and then shit go. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what a stinger is. And TV music, they not even gonna fuck with you if you ain't got the stinger shit right. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of the skill set. I'm thinking I might have to challenge Drizzo though. I think Drizzo tried to make it seem like I feel like I might have to challenge that. And I don't know if I should get him. That's so good. I know you heard that one. I submitted that one before. You know, you heard that. I don't know if I should do him with that one. You know what I'm saying? That's so good is in there.
Okay.
That's the one I submitted for that Mario, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know though, man. I don't know if I want to do them like that. I don't know. I got some shit in there, man. I don't know if I want to do them like that though.
Now, the crazy thing about that, producers, that I want y'all to know, Post came up with that beat by actually creating that beat around an acapella that was sent. So to say that beat came out the way it was, like, that's something that actually producers should really try, especially when it comes to trying to, you know, create beats that have those song arrangements. He created that with an acapella. It was a whole song. So, I mean, first of all, that's probably one of my favorite beats, you know what I'm saying, that I ever heard from you, just straight up. But, you know, start doing that too. You know, start doing that. Find some acapellas and put your beats on top of that acapella and try to create around that. And that's how you can get that practice of being in the studio with a major artist. So, you know, I mean, Super Drizzo, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, what Super Drizzo think about that?
You know what I'm saying? I just try to, because I like Drizzo. I just had to say, okay, what, you know what I'm saying? Because I like Drizzo. I feel like he tried to take over, man.
That shit was clean though, folks.
Appreciate it, man.
And I mean, you know, not to make it be what it is, but I think you got him on that. I mean, I'm gonna just be real, but because you had your transitions and your beat like went a certain place. You know what I'm saying? It started one way and it went another way. Now Drizzo had the same thing going on, but you know, I just would have, you know, just like to hear a couple more instruments, maybe even a couple more transitions and a couple more things going on. But you know, both of them beats banging though, just straight up all around. Appreciate it,
man. I appreciate it. I had to do something, man. I fuck with Drizzo though. Drizzo shit was hot, man. Hey, and that beat, hey, you know what's crazy, Kev? Remember that beat? That nigga sent that shit. That nigga acapella was all over the place too. That nigga had 12.
Exactly.
That nigga had 12 bar verse, a 4 bar fucking like a 4 bar bridge, and the nigga had a hook and like a 8 bar. I'm like, this nigga is crazy with this shit. The whole song was like off like 50 bars. I'm like, what the hell? But we had to make that shit work, man. And I think I did that shit that same day and sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think it was the same day or a day after.
Day after, yeah.
Yeah. But see that, like the whole thing came out like sometimes an A&R will throw you a acapella and be like, show me what you got. You know, we already got a beat for it. We already selected it. But if you come with something hot, we'll go with what you messing with. And so you get a chance to literally take an acapella and get creative with that acapella. Now, this particular acapella was, you know, like you said, it was difficult as hell because he had 12 bars, then a 4 bar, and then 8 bars, and then it was another 4 bar, and then it was, but his vocals was solid though. Yeah. So when you hear the vocals with the beat, I mean, the shit was banging, like for real. But, you know, as a producer, it was fun to be challenged in that way. So challenge yourself.
Yeah, and I would say too, the shit that we saying is preparing you for opportunities. Like, we're not just talking shit. Because Kev hit me with that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And if I would imagine if I had only been making 8 bar loops all this time, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand transitions and shit. When he sent me this acapella and say, yo, this is legitimate acapella, it's gonna go to a major artist, they looking for another beat, I need you to build around it. But because I have been already practicing on creating full tracks, you know what I'm saying? And opportunities ain't something you can sit there and be like, okay, I'll give you a week. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, can you send me that? I think you did give me like a morning deadline or something. Like, yo, send me this shit by the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have the skill set of already being able to say, nigga, I lay out all kind of transitions and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you preparing yourself for when opportunities come, you know what I'm saying? You got the skills to be able to handle it, man. They come just like nobody in the professional world is waiting on you to do a goddamn thing. They just like, all right, you ain't doing it. Who ready? You know what I'm saying? So this whole stream is really about getting you ready. So when the opportunities come, you're not like them producers who send in the wrong goddamn file formats. You know what I'm saying? Like some producers have sent wrong file formats, and you know what I'm saying? You're not just sending shit that they're not really trying to hear. You know what I'm saying? You actually are prepared to send a full production that will most likely get you an opportunity, get you placed, or get you paid.
There's nothing like being that producer that get an opportunity and you don't ever get called back. They don't ever call you again. I've been that producer too, but that was in my earlier stage when I didn't want to update my drums. When I didn't want to hear what everybody else was saying, and it was 20 other people saying it. I didn't really want to, you know, I was still, you know, developing my musicianship, but I didn't want to collaborate with other musicians. Like, these are things that I didn't want to do. And I was losing opportunities back to back. When I started to update my drums, when I started to, you know, make my melodies fat and started to make, you know, focus on the transitions and the actual song part of the beat. I mean, man, you know, opportunities come now. And I mean, you know, I got to turn them down sometimes because it just be so many. I can't even take on all of them. But you got to be ready when that opportunity comes.
So what about this, Cal? I want you to speak to this because I know you probably dealt with this more than any of us. But I know some producers hit me and they be like, man, you know, they've sent tracks to artists and they may not get the feedback that they want, or they don't get any feedback, you know. And I just want to get my take on it. They're like, well, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And you tell me, from your experience, who's had professional placements, who've dealt with in major settings, major A&Rs, labels and stuff, you know. But even to this day, man, like I send tracks out to, usually it's to artists who's like, hey, I'm looking for beats, and you know, maybe an opportunity. And even to this day, man, sometimes I'll send them the hottest tracks on the planet, man. Like I just sent some tracks to this one singer, and you know, she's an up and coming singer. But I was like, okay, let me see. I want to build my R&B catalog, and she was like, you know, I sent her some hot shit though. I'm talking about I sent her some like shit that will go. And then she hit me back like, well, yeah, you know, they're cool, but you got something that sound like Keisha Cole and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no shit to sign no Keisha Cole. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I noticed that a lot of producers hit me up and they get disheartened when they're sending beats out and they're getting the feedback, you know what I'm saying, that's not, you know, like basically saying like, yo, your shit is hot, I want to use it. But it really doesn't, for me, I feel like it doesn't, I've been doing it so long, it doesn't even matter how hot the track is, no matter how hot your beats are, you're always going to get more like negative feedback almost than positive feedback. And what I mean by that is always going to be, well, can you change this? Or those are cool, you know, they were your hottest beats ever. Or you're going to get, you know what I'm saying? Then, but all you need is that one yes. But it seems like a lot of producers get disheartened on the path of, you know, as they're sending out tracks and stuff like that. Can you tell us maybe your experience, Kev?
Well, I mean, first of all, I learned to not even attach myself with that shit. Because when you attach yourself, when you over attach yourself, you sitting back and you waiting for a call or you waiting for an email. And sometimes, I mean, the music industry is so full of so many different things that's going on. They get so much music. I mean, my very first major placement, they told me I got the placement in, I think it was June, July, or August, or one of them months. They didn't even put the song out or even do anything with the song until December. So it's all that time. So like one way that a producer can really get over that is, first of all, send the beat and keep sending those beats out to different people, you know, because as soon as you start worrying about it, you stop submitting. And then before you know it, you ain't even doing nothing because you still caught up in that one. So stop doing that. And second, when you submit beats, you don't got to put your tag through the whole beat. I mean, that's another thing that just ain't, I mean, it's really not cool. I mean, you know, because everybody's worried about getting things, you know, stolen and all that kind of stuff. Listen, man, you got all the proof that you need. Yes, you can go to the route of copyrighting your music and all of that, but when you're submitting music, you should be in this space that you send it and you forget it. Because what you want is you want 5 to 6 people to call you and be like, all right, I want this track. And now you negotiate the best deal. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as the other part of that question, there was another part of that question where you have said that, damn, I'm tripping. There was another, what was the other part of that question?
So basically it was, you know, you send it out, you're not getting the placements and you're not getting the feedback that you want, or you may send it out and they're like the girl told me, well, those are cool, but do you have something like Keisha Cole and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? And shit like that.
Okay, now, another thing that I want to say about that is, see, the same beat that somebody hates can be a hit on somebody else's record. So you can't even worry about that one person that's saying that they don't like it, because you got to remember, these artists, especially when they sign a little deal, they prima donnas. They don't even know what they're looking for. And 9 times out of 10, the label really not going to let them pick what they using anyway. So they just playing that prima donna role. And then you have a lot of amateurs that don't know what they're talking about too. So that's the benefit of you sending your music to different places. Because like I said, that same track that somebody hate on this side, somebody can love on this side. And it'll be a hit that'll be your first million. So you never get attached to what people say. I mean, if they say things like update your drums or, you know, strengthen your melodies, take that part of it and update that part of it. But as far as you got some Keisha Cole type beats, or, you know, man, Keisha, come on now. I don't even listen when people even say stuff like that, because they really don't want a song that sound like Keisha Cole, because right now Keisha Cole don't even want a song like Keisha Cole. She's in the next, she's trying to do something new. So why would another artist want that? I mean, you know, so don't even get caught up in that.
All right, so we're gonna get to some more beats, and thanks, Kev, for that game, because I know I get that, producers ask me that shit all the time. Like, man, I'm sending out shit and getting discouraged, and you know, that's just part of being a producer. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I like what you said though. Detach yourself from, oh, waiting on this person or that, man. Just send that shit all over the place. And the tags, y'all got to stop that, man. That is terrible. I don't even send the shit with no tag. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about a tag, because if you use my shit, I own it. You use my shit, you got to pay me. I'd rather somebody steal it and use it, because then now you definitely got to pay me. It's already out there. And now I can negotiate what the hell I want. I want an upfront fee and I want back end money. Now what they try to do though, I know, and this is why I help producers. What they try to do is make you feel like if you do it that way, then you're gonna be blackballed or something. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's somebody steal your beat and put it out and you start demanding your money, they're gonna try to make you feel like, well, damn, you know, if you don't come after us, well, you'll get some more opportunities. But if you do, then we're not gonna work with you ever again. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Give me my money, and then if you don't work with me, fine. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? If someone uses your music, you still own it. You know what I'm saying? You own it, so no one can make money off of it without breaking you off. You know what I'm saying? That's the legality of it, period.
All right, so let's see what it is. Dante Johnson. Let's see what it is.
Dante.
See what it is. Okay, first, Dante, you could tell that, just now, I mean, you ain't been making beats for that long. I mean, I would say that as far as the intro, the intro probably could be a little bit shorter. I mean, like everything that we've been talking about as far as song transitions, as far as placements of where you put these instruments and how you, like even the drums, like when the drums came in, it's kind of like you had this percussion sound that you were using, so it wasn't nothing that was really carrying the beat, and it kind of sound like kind of all over the place. And I mean, keep doing hangouts like this, and keep doing what you're doing, and you will get to the next level. I mean, it's you have no choice but to. I mean, and I want to give you a shout out for even submitting your beats to the thing, because a lot of producers wouldn't do that, but you did that, and I feel like honestly you just need to work at it a little bit longer. That's my honest opinion.
My honest opinion, Kev, is that guy right there is going to be a hot ass producer in 5 years. And I'm gonna tell you why. Not because of the quality of his beat. We know that he's new, but for the simple fact that when you're that new to production and you're already trying to get feedback, I already know where you're going. Because only the producers who are like that are the ones that really are fired up and they really trying to get better and really hungry. And those guys are always the guys that in 5-6 years you're like, damn, that motherfucking shit is nasty, because they were getting feedback and trying to get better and being on shit like this from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Whereas some young producers may feel like, oh, I don't need that. Usually most young producers are arrogant as shit. Their beats sound like shit, but they're so arrogant. And I won't lie, I was arrogant for a little bit, but I always would be trying to figure out how I can get feedback where guys who are better than me tell me, dissect my beats, tear them apart. What can I do better? Help me, mentor me. So I would say that you're going to be a really good producer if you continue down this path. The intro was kind of long. It was kind of a depressing beat. Yeah, he said he'd been making beats for 6 months. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. 6 months in, I would say too, off the bat, man, what if you can tell me what software you're using, because I feel like it was like Fruity Loops, and I feel like it was like kind of stock soundish. You know what I'm saying? Like invest in some sounds even from the beginning, because sometimes the quality of beats when you're first starting out can be kind of masked by the quality of the sound that you're using. You understand what I'm saying? Generally, when you're a newer producer, you don't even pay attention to the sound quality of the actual sounds. But if you can, don't use stock sounds from Fruity Loops or whatnot. Invest in your sound quality like from the beginning, and you'll see a big difference in your music.
Yeah, that's very, very important. Stock anything. I mean, well, actually, I use a lot of stock sounds, but I don't use them the way they come. I always, do something to them to make them mine. And so, I mean, if you are going to use stock sounds, do something to it to make it yours, to where it's not just a straight up stock sound going straight in your beat, because then, it sounds like you've been making beats for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I agree with what Post said, because the fact that you would, in front of all these producers that's here and us, submit your beat, you're going to keep getting that feedback. You know what I'm saying? Get some dope drums, get some dope loops, and what loops will do for you is inspire you to do different things. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell that you're probably not a musician. You know what I'm saying? So just a simple collaboration with, you know, another musician, or, you know, getting some loops will take your music to the next level too. So, but shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Shout out, man. Shout out. Yeah, and when I say stock sounds, like Reason got some hot ass stock sounds. So does Cubase. But Fruity Loops generally, it sounds like you're using Fruity Loops, and so those are horrible stock sounds. And you really got to invest in your sound when you're using like Fruity Loops, because they don't come with, you know, good stock sound. Like I just got Cubase recently, and that their stock sounds are pretty dope. You know what I mean?
So we got time to play another beat, folks.
Yeah, we got some time, man. We at the peak 71. Also, guys, if you look at the showcase, Kev got the baller pack, loop pack. Y'all need to get on that, man. Especially if you're not a musician and you want to take your beats to the next level. I just want to shout out that baller pack, luxuryloops.com/baller.html with a capital B. It's in your showcase, so you guys should be seeing that right now. It's luxuryloops.com/baller.html. That's the baller pack that Kev put out, man. That to me is the best loop pack I've ever heard in my life from any place. And if you want to collab with a musician, I would definitely suggest that you go there right now after the stream and cop that, man. And you practically giving it away for practically nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's barely, you know what I'm saying? You're barely paying for the quality that you're getting. I mean, it should be damn near $1,000, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hired a musician to play what Kev played in those loops, you'd be paying big bucks. So I would say take advantage of that immediately.
Let's see what else we got. We got Keon L. Bryant Sr. What's up, my man? About to see what you got.
Oh yeah, he in here too. He in here. See what you got, Keon.
Okay, now Keon, first of all, I can tell that, you know, you haven't been making beats for a long time, because it sounds like, you know, first of all, the idea was there. You know, I like the keys. You know what I'm saying? It had like a, you know, type of like minor type of feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like, you know, where he was going. You can, I mean, did you play the keys on that? Because I mean, you know, you definitely got, you know, a nice thing going on the keys. The actual drums, it sounds like the drums is straight up stock drums, and that's a super no. That's a no, hell no. That'll never work. Like stock drum sounds that come with any software. I don't care what software you're talking about. Reason, Fruity Loops, Logic. None of those drum sounds are sounds that you should even think about using as a producer. Like straight up. Like you will always sound like you're just starting off when you use those type of drums. I mean, you know, like keep getting on streams like this, keep watching the videos, keep applying what you learn. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like, you know, just like the last brother, that you will be one of those producers that will get to the next level because you submitted your beats. I can tell that you haven't been working on them for that long. So just keep doing what you're doing, but never use stock drum sound. As soon as I heard that snare, I said, I already know where it came from. So please don't use no stock drum sound.
I got the same advice, man. You had your melodies was kind of nice. I like the keys you did. The drums. In fact, I feel like if you would have just went nasty on those drums, you might have had a really dope track. Like you just was like, you know, I'm gonna just go way out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like me and you are kind of the same. And when I started, and when I was not just started, but coming up, where I got really excited about doing melodies, I got really excited about sounds, but I was kind of skipping over the drum. Drum was just like something I just had to do just to finish the beat. And then, you know, until I realized that, you know what, the drum is the most important part of the beat. That is the beat. You know what I'm saying? It's the heartbeat of the track. So, you know, I would just, one of the things you can do is just get purchase some hot drum packs and just slide different drums. Like you got your drum pattern, right? Just slide different drums into the slots and see how they come out. You may not even have to really change nothing in terms of the patterning and just try different drums that are kind of crazier, different. And you may come out with a dope ass drum track that, you know what I'm saying, no one else has thought of because you put different sounds in place of those weak sounds you were using.
Right. Because you definitely don't want to send no stock drums to any A&R or anybody that want, because even they can tell. The first thing they're gonna say is, nah, man, nah. And so you like, just like he said, make sure that you invest in some quality drum packs. And I mean, because the drums are the heartbeat of the music. That's what you nod your head to. That's what people dance to. People ain't dancing to the melodies. You might hear a song in a beat or a melody in a certain beat that makes you know, as producers, you already know how we do, you know, but when it comes to the beat, your drums, I mean, they gotta be solid. Your kicks and your snares gotta be solid. And that kick and that snare wasn't too solid. So make sure that you work on that.
And find a guy, Timmy Productions. He keeps posting. He's saying he wants to challenge Postman and all this crazy stuff. So let's find Timmy Productions. Let's see what he got, man.
Timmy Productions?
Yeah, Timmy Productions. TIMMY Productions. I don't know if that's the name he sent it under, but he keeps saying he sent beats in.
Timmy Productions. Okay. We got a gang of beats in here, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Timmy, you may have to tell us what your email is or something.
Yeah, because I don't see Timmy Productions. Like, what other name do we go by?
I don't know. What other name do you go by, Timmy? Baby Beats by Timmy.com?
Beats by Timmy?
Yeah, anything like that?
I don't see it.
No, okay.
Oh, wait. Beats by... I see Beats by Young. I don't see Beats by Timmy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it in here at all. So let me go and play somebody else. Clarence Young, what's up with you? Wait a minute. Okay. Clarence Young, let's see what it is. All right, so I like the loop, I like the drum loop. I really like the drum loop. I can tell that you use some luxury loops or something.
Yeah, I'm say, I know that luxury loops.
But the way that you put the beat together, that transition was kind of, I don't know, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. It kind of threw me off. Like, it was almost like it went to a different key. It didn't work with what you started with. And I mean, and I'm listening on the loudspeakers and like the quality, like the drum sample is way too loud. And I mean, it's not like mixed right. You know what I'm saying? So I would work on your levels, make sure that when you go to your transitions that you at least in the same key of the sample that you use, because I think that's what it was. I recognized the sample and I was like, okay, I recognize this sample. And then when the transition part came in, or the verse or whatever you call that part, it kind of threw me off a little bit because it went to like a different key, or it went somewhere different that didn't work with what you had there already. So, you know, keep working at it.
Yeah, I would say Yeah, it threw me off a little bit with the transition. I like though. Let me tell you what I liked about why you were one of my favorites, because though you know the skills are you're gonna get polished. What I like is that you're already trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like so when you as you develop your skills, you're already getting the format down. You know, you put a hard transitions in there. You're trying to do different things. In fact, I liked how your beat is. You try to make it sound different. Those are the elements that I look for in a music producer. They're not polished yet. I get that. You still got work to do to get to that level of producer. But I like the creativity that you're putting into your music already. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of the problems that I have with music production today is that producers don't have their own sound. They've been developing other producers' sound for so long, they never stopped and found their core sound. You know what I'm saying? So you got guys who make hot beats, but they sound just like whoever's the hot producer of the time because they just continue to copy. So I like that you try to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working on it, and you'll continue to evolve your sound as your ear evolves.
Yeah, because I can tell that you hear it. You hear what you're trying to do. You definitely hear what you're trying to do, but you just got to work at it and make sure that everything works. Make sure that especially if you're gonna use samples or loops, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that the loops and everything is in the same key. That's why with luxury loops and all of the loop packs that we put out, they got the MIDI files. So use the MIDI files, go inside the MIDI files, make sure that you can see what key you're playing in. And make sure that whatever you do in the rest of the beat is in that same key. If you can, figure out the scale in that key. I mean, but if that's too advanced, at least make sure that you're in the same key in that MIDI file.
Okay, so Timmy resent this beat. It's at the top. Kev, I need to hear this.
Okay. Timmy said he gonna get her. Okay. Timmy Productions. Let's see what it is.
What you got, Timmy?
Let's see what it is. Sunshine. Okay, Timmy, I like what you're doing. I mean, you know, I think that, you know, your drums is banging, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening again on the loudspeakers, you know, stuff is kind of a little loud, you know what I'm saying? Everything is kind of overtaken. Some of the instruments are kind of louder than others. I will work on my song arrangements and I will work more on like transitions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because if I had to judge it against Post, he got you. I mean, I'm gonna just be real. He got you.
But wait, we're gonna play him another play him this other beat. I had a beat that's similar to that because he challenged me though. He said play it next to a Postman beat. So you got to play a beat of mine next. Play the one that say 3- song. Play because it's kind of a similar type of feel, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
What's good, beat? Yeah, play it.
Hey, Post, you got some of the smoothest, like down the street beats. Like, seriously, like, you know, nigga could sit there and light something up and just ride. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, like, that's the whole thing about what we trying to get music producers to see is that, like, we're music producers. Break that word down. We're music producers. We produce music. We don't produce beats. We produce beats, but you want to produce music. You want to be able to, you know, like one thing I like about Postman's beats is he got this guitar thing that he does that it sounds like a live guitar player is playing. See, those are the type of things that you want to be able to, like sound selection. Sound selection. That's so important. That's so important. But the more you can make your beat sound like it's live, even if you don't have that live guitar player in there, like how he don't have a live guitar player in the studio, but he makes it sound like it's live. Like that's something else that you could try. You know what I'm saying? But that's what this whole thing is about, man. Focusing on your song arrangements and make sure that you do that from the start of that beat. Like from the start, from the very first sound that you use, have that vision for that song. And I guarantee that beat to come out way hotter. I guarantee.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the love from everybody. Listen to the track. Appreciate Kev's love. And the guitar thing, you noticed that. But you know the funny thing about it, I gotta be honest with everybody. My dad was a guitar player growing up. So I heard that nigga play guitar every day. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of know how a real guitar is going to sound and feel. So I can like kind of implement that. You know what I'm saying? And it's them little things I think that, you know, help shape me. And one thing that I did too, man, is I really found myself. Like you say, damn, my beats, your beats I can rock to, is smooth. That's my sound. You know what I'm saying? And I can give you that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can give you, that's my gift to people. Like I can do trap. I can knock out some hard shit too. I can do everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm a versatile producer. But if you said, give me Postman, I'm going to give you something like that because that's my expression. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, even if you hear my old beats when I first was starting out, they wasn't that good, but you could hear me trying to get there. And that's what I feel like I want you guys as producers. I want you guys to start to find out where's your sound. It don't have to be hot right now. You might, well, this shit don't even sound good, but it's just your thing. You know what I'm saying? As you get better and start to craft it, you know what I'm saying? We all start copying everybody else's beats. But I really want you guys to start to say, I want to find my sound. Like what's something that I can do that nobody else is going to be able to copy because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's I have, you know, I was classically trained pianist, so I used to listen to a lot of classical music. So if you listen to a lot of my beats, I really didn't play a lot here, but you'll hear classical runs in the background sometimes. You don't even really notice, but you'll hear piano classical runs mixed in. And my dad was a guitar player, so I can put in like guitars that sound kind of live. So what's your thing? You understand what I'm saying? And I know Kev, I mean, listen to his beats, you can hear his thing. You hear Kev's sound even more than mine because, you know, Kev is a more advanced producer than I am. I'm trying to get to Kev's level. But when you hear his beats, you immediately you're like, yo, I know Kev's sound. When I hear that, I know that's Kev. And it's very distinct.
And see, that's a very, very important thing, you know, that you're touching on as far as producers finding themselves. Because I feel like, I know when I started, you would hear something on the radio and you would be like, oh, I'm about to go make 10 of them. Why? Because that's what I hear on the radio right now. But if you really want some game, and I've said this a lot of times, what we hearing right now was either created a while ago or it was probably created, well, really, it was created a long time ago. So, like, you want to be able to create something now that's going to sound fresh and brand new next year. Like, once you start thinking like that, then you start to craft your sound and you start to find something that everybody else is doing. Like, perfect example, Timbaland started doing this this thing where he's rolling his 808s. Now you hear a lot of producers rolling their 808s. And it's nothing wrong with that because, just frankly speaking, we all going to pick something from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But be original with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if his 808s go up, make yours go down. Or, you know, or just find yourself in your music, because anytime that somebody press play, and it's like earlier, I was listening to somebody track and it sounded identical to a DJ Mustard track. Identical. And it's like, the only place you're really going to be able to sell that type of track is probably on the internet. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but because if somebody wants DJ Mustard's sound, they're going to go find DJ Mustard for that. They don't want to find somebody that can do his sound. So you want to be able to do your own thing. I think that's more important than producers even realize. And sometimes we get so caught up in, well, nah, they ain't going to mess with that. I used to be there. Nah, they ain't going to mess with that. They don't want to hear my sound. But really, they do. They do, because music is a big competition. Everybody's trying to be ahead of somebody. Everybody that's on stand out in some kind of way. Now, I know we think DJ Mustard Beats is real simple and it's real basic, but before then, everybody was doing a lot of complicated stuff. He came and showed everybody, listen, I can come throw 3 chords on them. I can come do the same patterns. I can use the same instruments, and I can make millions of dollars making hits. That's his sound. That's his thing. So find yourself. That's really important.
Well, okay, I think you just gave away another secret, trends. Think about it. Who's DJ Mustard? He's Little John, right? When I say that, not that his beats sound like Little John, but right before Little John hit, what was happening? Everybody was back on their musical stuff. Everything was musical. And what happened? Little John hit and said, nigga, I'm going to do a whistle, an 808, a clap, and I'm going to make super huge hit records. And that's what he did. And then everybody clowned him, right? But everybody tried to copy his sound. And I was one of them at the time. I was making and I was slanging them motherfuckers. I was online. Everybody wanted a Lil Jon knockoff. I was knocking them shits off in like 5 minutes and selling them shits online back in the day. And then music took over again. Everybody clowned Lil Jon. Oh man, he sees simple stuff, but it worked. And then DJ Mustard said, okay, I'm gonna take it back to the same principles. I could make a DJ Mustard beat in one finger. You understand what I'm saying? But what I can't do with one finger is get his groove. You understand what I'm saying? That's his groove that he, you know what I'm saying? And he put that in the music, and it makes people move, and they feel the track, and they feel it. And just a side note from you guys, I know DJ Mustard was his uncle was a very popular DJ in the West Coast, in Long Beach, in LA. In fact, he used to DJ for Snoop back in the day, like way back. And they used to bring DJ Mustard to house parties back in the day, since DJ Mustard was like 5, 6 years old, carrying his crates and stuff, 10 years old, going to these parties carrying his crates. So what obviously happened with DJ Mustard was taking in what was making people move at a young age. He was like, oh, okay. He hear probably a track and he'll see people dancing, people groove. That stuck with him. Now when he starts doing his music, right, he's already embodied what he learned as a kid in the club. And so he make music that make those people move. And so that's what it's about. He put himself in his music. And that's all you got to do is take your experiences that you saw growing up and your experiences with music. It's okay. This is my take on it.
All right. Let's see who else got some of that fire, man. Let's see what else we got.
What else we got in here, man?
All right, we got Fee. Let's see what Fee talking about. Big Fee, what's up with you, man? Soul Snatcher. Now I like the name of that beat already off top, so don't disappoint me, Fee. Now I really like that beat, man. I really like that beat. Fee, I like what you're doing. I like the sample. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm listening. I keep saying that I'm listening in the speakers, and I mean, you know, the drums, everything is knocking. You know what I'm saying? I really like what you're doing. I think it'd have been dope if you would have had like just a different little quick transition somewhere in the beat, like probably like when you went to almost like that verse sounding part, like if you would have had it like go somewhere different. I mean, and that's just how I be thinking. But like, I like the beat, man. I like what you was doing on that. I like what you're doing.
Yeah, so I would say, man, I like the beat, but I couldn't hear all the elements Kev heard. But I felt like I wanted to hear different drums, man. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I just felt like those drums were safe, man. That was like, those are like the hot drums right now. But that beat was, to me, it had this feel that I really like. I would have liked to hear, like, I don't want to say like some Tim and Bob type drums, but if you listen to Tim and Bob music, they drum that they hype was always different and had like you know, different percussion and stuff. I'm just curious about how your beat would have sounded if you would have threw some crazy percussion in there, kind of got away from the 808 snare, 808, you know, track. Just because those drums are hot, but I was just wondering where that beat would have went with just like a different type of drums than, you know, kind of like the safer, give me the safer drums that we kind of, you know, kind of used to now.
Okay.
So we got about 10, 15 minutes left. You know, I just want to make sure everybody goes to luxuryloops.com/baller.html. Senior showcase, a capital B, baller.html, and support. Kev put out a nasty loop pack that's ridiculous. And you need to have your hands on it. It's the best loop pack on the market. And Kev is a great musician and a great producer, credits and everything. And it's more about collabing with a musician. And I want to say that that's a breath of fresh air, because coming up with all these ideas on your own, sometimes you can get real stale. You know what I'm saying? It's like being in a dark room and just creating music. But when you get a fresh perspective, man, you use one of Kev loops, it's going to be quality and it's going to spark creative ideas instantly, because you're collabing with somebody else. Back in the day, we used to collab with producers all the time over the internet. This was way back in 2004. And the reason why we did that is because it got us out of our own zone and our own funk, which would mean we'd be sitting there at the keys for hours, not really coming up with nothing. And then when you get somebody else's energy and someone as great as Kev, who's a 20-year musician, I mean, it's ridiculous. So I would go to luxuryloops.com/baller.html. Excuse me, and get that loop pack. And I'm not just saying that because Kev is my dude. I'm saying that because the shit is ridiculous. And he put a lot of fucking hot shit in there.
And also, if you think about it, that's major music producer's secret to creating hits too, is having live musicians. I mean, I remember when I worked with Darkchild, he had a stable of musicians. He had like 5, 6, 7 other producers, and most of them were musicians playing different parts and different loops for him to be able, you know, for him to be able to be creative and have something to pull from. So, you know, it's something that the majors are doing. So, you know, make sure you do that.
All right, Kev, one more. I want you to play one more beats, Kev. This is a beat I wasn't sure about, so I wanted to let you hear it, and you can give me feedback live on the air, whether it's good, hot, or not. You know what I'm saying? Or what can I do to it? Because I really felt like I liked the way it was going. It's the last beat in there. It's called like beat 4. But I just felt like you could probably give me some dope ass ideas about where I could take it. I feel like that could be a real potential, you know, hot track or whatever.
All right, beat 4. Man, come on, Postman. That's a movie, man. That's a movie. I really like what I like about it though is that up tempo. Like I was surprised. I was shocked as hell. Like when the drums came in, I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It kind of made me move in a whole nother way. One of them dance tracks, one of them, you know, kind of almost like something Pharrell would jump on. You know what I'm saying? And I mean it like I feel like the transitions was dope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like really that song is ready to like have lyrics, and like it has another one of them vision type. You know, it's one of them vision type of beats where you see the video. You know, you see 2 niggas in the you know, in the on the yacht. with you know, females all around on the ocean and, you know, the sunshine, you know what I'm saying? It gives you that vision, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I like the feel of that. I like the feel of that. I like the feel of that.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, and y'all see, I'm going to Kev for feedback. I've been making beats 12 years, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I got shit, you know what I'm saying? Hot shit, but I'm still humble enough to be like, yo, Kev, what? Because Kev is at a higher level than I am music production, while musically, you know what I'm saying? So if I could do that, you know what I'm saying, and still be humble enough to be like, yo, I need feedback, help me get to the next level, you know what I'm saying, from a guy I know is musically better than me, then any producer, especially making beats for 3-4 years, man, always be humble, man, and try to find guys who are musically better and just get feedback. Don't take it personally, get the ego out the way, and use that feedback, man, to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I appreciate everybody being on here tonight with us, man. We want to do this maybe every week or every other week, you know what I'm saying? Just and let it grow, you know what I'm saying, organically. And you know what I'm saying, just let it grow organically, man, and keep submitting beats and try to give you guys feedback so you can get better. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really have this when we came up, so I know how many producers, you know, and we listen to the beats. This is what you guys need. You know what I'm saying, Carol?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think, first of all, shout out to all the producers that submitted. I mean, you know, I know sometimes we can't get to every single beat, you know what I'm saying? But man, we had lots and lots and lots. I mean, I was choosing from the top, choosing from the bottom, choosing from the middle, you know, so I was being fair, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, submit your beats next time, but most importantly, what you should have gotten from this, focus on your arrangements. Have that vision for the song. You know, make sure that you focus on your transitions. Take your beats to another place than how you know, like, honestly, when I heard that intro that and I'm gonna go back to Postman's beat. When I heard that intro, I thought it was gonna be more like a mid-tempo, smooth type of track. And see, that's crazy because that's normally what Postman submitted. And see, Postman really, if y'all peeping, he just literally did what most of us producers do. I don't know about this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know about this one. And that one sound like it could be a hit song. It could be a hit record. You get the right artist on that, and that's going to the next level, because where are we at right now in music? Outside of the trap shit, people dancing in the clubs. They dancing. Club music, you will always win as long as you're making music that people could dance to. So, you know, like, surprise people. Have that intro sound like it's gonna be one way, and then make it go another way. Get as creative as you can, find your sound, and man, just, you know, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, Kev. Everybody, and appreciate it. If Kev say I got a hit record, man, you know I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Kev tell me, yo, this could be a fucking hit record. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be sending that shit to everybody. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. Because you know, I do that too. You know, like, I don't know if this shit hot, you know what I'm saying? But I find, Kev, that's almost a trait of all the great producers. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's when you hear producers like, man, I'm the hottest shit ever, you know what I'm saying? Usually those are like the producers who are newer, ain't really that hot yet, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's just because I always know I got room to improve. You know, so I'm always hearing guys who I want to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I've worked under DJ Battlecat. When you worked under guys like that, I know that I got so far to go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's making beats for 25 years who created a sound, you go in there and shit blows your mind every time you play a track, or you hear Kev, and every time you go to Kev beat, sometimes you play that shit on repeat because the shit is just so crazy. You know what I'm saying? The musicality of it, you hear his loop. So I'm like, okay, I want to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I still got a long way to go. You know, it's going to take me continually to practice it and evolve, man. So I appreciate everybody. LuxuryLoops.com/baller.html with a capital B. It should be in your showcase. Go there and support, man. Invest in the loops, man, and really show support. You know, we're not charging anybody to be on this. We're giving our free time. You know what I'm saying? And invest in your sound, invest in those loops, man, because Kev really put his ass in those loops. And it's like collabing with Kev, a 25-year musician, man. So you're getting a part of that. So it's important, man.
And the new producers, man, all the new producers. You know, I'm talking a year to 3 years. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to find your sound. You're going to find yourself. Like we just said, we're going to be doing these more often. So You know, keep getting on here. Keep making them beats better. But invest in your sound. No matter what you do, invest in your sound. Because still to this day, I invest in my sound. And so you must. Timbaland is still trying to get to another level. Imagine that. Timbaland. Darkchild. Darkchild press play sometimes, and it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. And he's still trying to get to another level. So you think about that. These are producers that's been produced. I mean, Michael Jackson, Destiny's Child, Beyonce, I mean, everybody. So think about that. These guys are trying to get to the next level. We all trying to get to the next level. But look at what they're doing. They're either collaborating, they're always investing in their sound, and they get feedback and they let other people hear their music. That's the three traits that I see amongst most producers that's making hits. Straight up.
I agree, man. It's crazy to think that there's other sound, there other levels that these guys get to other levels. Oh, it's so crazy to me, man. But shout out to everybody. We'll be here again, you know, either in a week or next week or 2 weeks. We'll, you know, me and Kev will try to see when we have time, whatever, man. But you know, we love being on this, man. We all producers here. If you didn't get to your beats, we apologize. We'll get to them next time. Keep sending them, submit them. We got hundreds of beats, and you know, we just love doing this, man, for the community. So remember to support luxuryloops.com. Support Kev. You know, what he's doing right now is been unheard of. Musicians giving back to producers, so you guys can up your level of music production by being able to collab with somebody like Kev, man. So luxuryloops.com/baller.html. It's in your showcase, man. Go there, man. Check it out, man. Do that. All right, y'all. We out of here, man. Much love to everybody. Postman Kev checking out. Peace.